Last week we crossed the Mojave and made it back to Utah, and we're headed east into the mountains on our way back home toward the Ozarks. This week we're headed into the Rocky Mountains looking for cool weather as we round out the end of this adventure. We had an amazing night in the National Forest. Did you sleep good? Except for the rain, because they had to get up and sort out some camp stuff. Surprise rain in the middle of the night. It's raining over there. We were just talking about it. It's just like there's a forest here because something about the geography, there's just these constant rainstorms right here in the middle of the desert. This was a great spot. I wish we could stay for a couple more days, but we got to get moving down the road. I got to go get settled up at a more permanent location so I can do some all-day work sessions with my group. We're headed towards Capitol Reef for 2 nights. We won't be vlogging from in the national park, but rest assured that it will be cool and we'll take you most of the way there. Packed up and we're rolling out to Capitol Reef down some dirt roads.
Nothing on my bingo card is gonna be here.
No, I don't think you're gonna see any stoplights or policemen or anything like that. Come with me.
Come with me. 'Cause there's no one else like you. 'Cause there's no like you. Said there's no one else like you. And there's no one else like you. In a long lost dream is where I'll find you. With the wind blowing through your hair brings me to my knees.
We've been driving for quite a while and Casey's got a call that he needs to make for work. And there was no service through even these little towns. And so we were like, okay, we're gonna have to stop and put the Starlink up. Then all of a sudden we just got like 2 or 3 bars of service, and it happens to also be lunchtime. So we're gonna stop in this random place that isn't a town but has cell service.
Just emptiness. Somebody important lives here. We got the whole tower to ourselves. We get 80 megabit. That's crazy.
Salad. Henry's salad without lettuce. I don't think we film these little moments often. Yeah, we always forget to show you these little in-betweens of how we make it work, kind of. And actually, this is my favorite thing about the van, and one of the things I miss when we like end up at home is having literally everything we could need right here with us. I get this mindset of like, well, how am I ever gonna run an errand without, you know, my fridge full of snacks, my bed in case I want to take a nap, and my towel in case I take a shower, and like
bubbly thing.
my bubbly water thing.
And then now we'll switch. What if we get lost and we have to drive for really long and I don't have anything to do? I need the switch.
Exactly. It's like we can't just like go over to the library for half an hour.
I know.
With just the car, you're so naked.
Yeah.
I think these are even better the next day.
What? Whoa.
I did it, Henry. I caught it though. Casey got stood up for his meeting, but he did check in with work, which is always good.
I ended up solving a different problem anyway.
Yeah, problem solving all the time. And we needed lunch anyway, so this was a good stop. We're gonna roll on.
Capitol Reef.
Henry's feeling kind of sad. He misses his friend at home and he's ready to be home. So he wrote a letter to his best friend and we just mailed it, didn't we? And he's invited her to come over for a play date as soon as we get back. And I'm sure she will want to, because her mom texted me like the same day you wrote that letter and said we were ready to hang out again. So we're missing home.
We're just coming out of 2 nights in Capitol Reef National Park. It was cloudy the entire time and it even rained all day yesterday. So we're coming out of there with 0 water in the tank. There were no places to hook up for water. All of our batteries are completely dead. I literally had to smuggle our Anchor battery bank into a bathroom where I found a power outlet and babysit it in the bathroom while it charged twice because I had to work. Point is, we're coming out of there with like completely empty resources, no clean clothes, and there's just like this sudden heat wave that came through here. We're at like 6,000 feet, but it's still in the hundreds. We have found the solution to our problem. A very affordable Airbnb in Fruita, Colorado. It's the 31st night of this trip. So it seems like a nice way to close out a month on the road with so much luxury.
You guys don't even know. They can't even know. You have to live it.
You have to sleep in a van bed and you have to be on your 3rd wear of the shirt that you're wearing right now to appreciate that we're doing all of our laundry and we have a full-size bed. I just took an unlimited hot water shower that I didn't have to put quarters into or like wear shoes in. The bathroom is 7 times the size of the van. So you can fit like 15 people in here. It's amazing. It's 96 outside. We just could not make it to the mountains to beat the heat wave. And you know, this trip's winding down.
No, this is gonna give us what we need to get home.
We really should have done a stop like this probably halfway on the trip, you know, to like recharge our mental and emotional batteries a little bit. Let's test the wiring in this Airbnb. What do you guys think of my monument to off-grid power and internet? It's nice to have power. Our Airbnb is a hobby farm / petting zoo, but we can't find the animals. I think it said in the description.
I think you read it more than I did. Guys, my hair is so clean.
It's flowing too in this breeze. I know we're getting rained on.
3 times.
We're grocery shopping in the van.
Maybe I'll do pancakes with the breakfast sausage since I do have 1 egg.
Okay.
I know we just had waffles.
I'm down for that.
But
You never have too many waffles and pancakes.
Here, I was just on the phone with my parents and I was like, we were like the van people at the campground, Mom. Everyone was fresh. And I rolled up and I like needed a shower, but I had to do it out of the back of my van and I couldn't do it because everyone else was fresh.
I was washing my with a wash rag in a national park. It was dark.
The national park campgrounds, everybody's like somehow come from a place where they get clean. They don't have showers at those campgrounds.
They're all in Cruise America RVs with showers. Well, this looks like an ad for Dune Coffee Roasters in Santa Barbara, which it's not. It's okay, but it wasn't that good.
Henry and I went apple picking in the orchards at Capitol Reef. So Henry and I packed a bag and went and sat in the orchard and ate as many as we could and picked a bunch more. And I have a ton. Yeah, we're gonna make a crisp while we have access to a big like real oven and I can just kind of take advantage of the full kitchen.
Ooh, I like your leftover treatment though.
I don't know.
Could be done.
This could be done. But we Good morning. We are so refreshed from our little stay in this Airbnb. We're about to roll out. We're gonna see about filling up our water tank. I'm so relieved that this is all we needed because I was feeling like ready to go home. But I think what I just needed was like a home to kind of like do the laundry and reset and just be indoors for a minute and have some privacy.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's about 3/4.
I cleaned the inside of the van a little bit. I borrowed some Windex from the Airbnb and I cleaned like the inside. So, and then they had like Febreze in there, so I sprayed the seats with Febreze.
It's hard to describe the difference in how good it smells.
It smells not gross. I can't remember if I closed the water intake cap. Like, I'm feeling like it's a no. Yeah, it's really easy to like turn the hose off and put it away and feel like you're done. Oh, she wet. Glad we stopped because we got a little bit more of a real drive ahead of us. It was open.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Was there water everywhere?
It just kind of looked like water got everywhere just now when you pulled up this driveway.
It's a steep hill.
It wasn't like soaked, so.
We're only 30 miles from Independence Pass. I think this might hinder our chances of finding a good campsite a little bit, maybe.
No, I think everyone's gonna go home because it's raining and we'll get a spot.
I think that the dirt forest roads coming down the side of a 14,000 foot mountain might be a little bit muddy though, Mom. We'll find
We
out.
have a lot of options. We'll find a spot.
We're headed to Independence Pass. We're in Aspen, by the way. Got through the rain. We're headed to Independence Pass, which we have done before in our first camper van. We never told you about our first camper van. It was a rental. Henry was 14 months old. It was a long time ago. We didn't know how addicted we'd get. It's a 12,000 foot mountain pass. There's good dispersed camping in the national forest up there. It's Friday night. It's probably very popular. Don't know what we're gonna find. There's really great dispersed camping on the other side of the mountain pass too, so that's our backup. We have camped there before. Yeah, and I don't know how far up the mountain we're going, but we're in Aspen and this is the base of it, and we're gonna cross at 12,000 feet the Continental Divide up here. And it's so cool. It's like one of my favorite roads ever in the whole world. We're going to find some camping. Lincoln Creek is what we're gonna try, or Lincoln Gulch, depending on which app you're looking at.
Aspen's so cute.
So there you go, guys. Aspen cute. There's a good laundromat here, remember that?
I do.
A video of Henry like riding around in the laundry carts.
We had a long night, but it was alright. I took two broken blades into a fist fight. She said, give me a reason why I should take it or leave it.
Everyone said four-wheel drive starts to come into play after site number 6. Based on the reviews. think people said that there's some spots that kind of open up a little bit down the road.
Okay.
There's 3 more spots that we should check out.
Oh, you can meet me on the Riviera, a little place where we can
Who farted?
Guys, we've got a super strong candidate for dopest spot ever. It's cold and I love it. We're gonna have the warm blankets out tonight. Oh, it's raining a little bit. A little drizzle. Holy moly. What's up, YouTube? We set up camp in quite a hurry because it was starting to drizzle. I would be really stressed about this. The wind's not too terrible, but I just happened to buy some like real stakes. We didn't leave the house with the awning, so we didn't bring stakes. We bought the awning. The stakes that the people that had with it were just those crappy plastic ones. I got the big giant nails that you can really hammer in. So I got it staked down pretty good, and hopefully we're not gonna have a mangled awning that we have to leave on the mountain to get home.
I'm really emotional about this onion, guys.
He's just cutting an onion in the smallest space we own.
Yeah, like with my face.
Face
like
right in
right
it. Turn this fan on.
But check out this cooking hack.
The knee mat?
I've been doing all my cooking sitting on one of the cubes. It's comfortable.
Yeah.
But that was like out of the way, and I was kind of doing this, and I was like, oh, we got the mat for that.
Paige is being the real hero today. She's cooking in the rain. Yeah, she volunteered to man the stove tonight since she's got the raincoat. And Henry and I are holding down the fort and trying to keep the mud out.
If it's raining in the morning, you can take a turn cooking outside and do breakfast.
I'll take that deal. I'm soaking wet. Every time I would pull the awning down and let the water go, it would run down my arm, down my shirt, down my side.
We planned to buy you a raincoat on this trip.
I know, and then we
were
never
like,
did.
We'll buy you a raincoat. That'll be something we get. Like, we'll go to an REI.
Yep.
We've passed so many REIs. It's been the desert. It's been dry.
Like when we went through Wyoming and Yellowstone, if you haven't watched that series, go watch it. Especially if you want to see us get rained on every single day.
Which series?
For a month. Yellowstone.
Yellowstone.
Before we left, I imagined all that. I was like, we gotta buy an awning while we're on the road. What's gonna happen if it rains and we need to cook a meal and we're all stuck in the van and it's pouring down rain? Our lives are gonna come to an end, you know. And so we bought it. And it's been nice, but we haven't needed it for rain until tonight. This is the first time we've needed it to cook a meal under. So I'm glad we got it.
So last night in our Airbnb, I made a apple crisp. I had a little bit left over, and so I'm trying to heat it up on the camp stove. Okay, so here's what's happening. Camp stove's on. I have it in my enamelware bowl, and then I put a layer of parchment paper. Oh yeah. It's getting somewhere. Just kind of have that on low heat and experimenting to see what happens. If it works, I'll do the rest for Casey. If not, we'll try something different. Let's see it. This whole series has become a lot of camp cooking.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of what we do. We love cooking outdoors a lot. I don't know if it's interesting to you or if there's a way we can make it more interesting. Like, do you want the recipes that we did not come up with? I don't know. Is it warm? It's warm.
It worked?
It worked.
Well, last night there was just a constant drizzle, light rain that went well into the evening, so we spent most of the night in the van, which was great. Sun's out this morning. The spot is amazing. We're letting the awning dry out because it was soaked. Having some breakfast.
Yeah. Always been really satisfied with that.
I'm just sitting here doing a little trip planning. We're pretty close to the end of the mountains and public land and all that stuff. We're about, I don't know, a few hours in any direction, and we're going to be in the plains and it's going to be hot. It's starting to look like maybe our next night's going to be our last night before we just do the 12-hour trek down 412 or I-40 or wherever we end up. This trip's been amazing. Sad to see it coming to an end, but like we got to meet Henry's teacher at school next week. So yeah, we got to get home. The coast was awesome. Personally, I wish we had done a little bit more of this mountain camping than coastal camping, but once you get all the way out there, it's like, it's hard to turn around and come back. Like, when's the next time we're going to be 3,000 miles away on the California coast, right? So what it's looking like is we're going to go back down towards Alamosa, Great Sand Dunes. We camped there at Gutted in 2021, I think. Just kind of get ourselves geared up and ready to do a real long haul home.
I'm really excited about a small thing, but maybe someone can relate. This has been our all-purpose spray, and I finally used like literally all of it. Had to unscrew it and drip it out of the bottle, and now I get to go onto a new smell and like a different brand and try something different. I have a friend who calls the feeling of using something up all the way euphoria. And I totally feel that, and like I think it's a good feeling. So I'm trying this kind I've never seen before. I guess we got it at Walmart. Is it the same smell? That would be silly. This is, oh, it's the same smell. Different brand. And it's like in a metal container. So that's fun.
Dirty mug right there. These are wet. I'm just gonna lay them out.
I think it's important to say that the reason we're going to the Great Sand Dunes today is not just that it's on the way, that's obvious. It's that Henry's really done and he's ready to go home, and he said that every day for the past few days. For his morale, to keep his spirits lifted and him excited about the end of this trip, we are taking him back to the Great Sand Dunes. That's one of the downsides of not planning everything, is that I can't hype things for him because I don't know what we're headed into. And I don't want to get him excited about something that's not going to happen. It's really nice to be kind of like coming out of a trip on a high note for everybody, rather than just like womp womp and then like hurry home because everyone's in a bad mood.
You know what I'm excited about?
What?
It's putting an off-road suspension on this van. I mean, it does pretty good.
It's kind of proving not to need it.
Yeah, I would just like it to have a little bit more like progressiveness in the springs and the shocks to like make it not quite be so harsh, but like,
yeah, I'm with
beast, dude. I put it in first. I put it in first, like I'm crawling, you know, and just let it roll over this stuff. It has no problems whatsoever.
It's a little bit nerve-wracking getting up a rough road and then it raining.
Yeah, you just don't know.
Some people have super capable cars and they'll just ride through that mud and like have a fun time and then really rut it up, but it seems like it's rocky enough. Luckily we're coming down the hill, so you know, we're not
gonna spin out
sliding trying to get up.
Like, this thing is so well insulated. I don't think we're gonna need like auxiliary heat, like some sort of other heat source, unless it's below freezing in this van. I think that we can just like bring a heavy blanket and go all the way down to freezing. That's my opinion. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree.
Which is awesome. I can't wait. I want to go do some snow camping.
I know, I'm really excited to get back into the Ozarks. That's home for us. And it's beautiful there, and mountainy and foresty, and yeah, it'll be exciting to take this out camping in the national forest at home.
Yeah. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is like a really good spot. I would come back here.
By the way, we're headed over Independence Pass. We're just below it. We're at just right at like 10,000 feet where we camped. And the pass is at 12,000.
Yeah, last night I took a big drink of water and it made me lose my breath. And I was like, what's wrong with me? And then Casey was like, well, we're at really high elevation. And we've been hanging out at like sea level, so it's extra rough.
I was trying to see if Henry could understand like the gravity of what it must have been like to come over this mountain pass 150 years ago and find this valley and decide that you're going to settle it, build a town out of it, and live there forever. I don't think those are leather pouches. I think those are crushed cans. It's metal, Henry. They're rusty.
Listen to your favorite tune in your car. Why try to change me now?
We just stopped at the top of the Continental Divide to have some lunch. What a cool lunch spot, right? And now we're coming down.
I trust my mama, you're no match for my bad karma. Broken shards of glass on our tongues. I'm far too scary to be what you like. Will someone ever tag along for the ride?
This is cool.
Look,
We don't
there's
have to stop, but this is so
This is
cute.
There's kayak renting there.
I'm getting it. Oh my
I don't
goodness.
remember this being populated when we came through.
What a vibe.
I was telling Paige when we drove through Glenwood Springs, I remembered being pulled over on the side of the road and Henry crying in the car seat and us just being like, we don't know where we're gonna sleep tonight. Ah! And it was like everyone was upset. And now we've spent every single day of this trip not knowing where we're gonna sleep tonight. And we're like, yay, the adventure.
Turns out we're kind of into that stress. Oh wow.
It's a mountain biking event.
These are some fit people.
And these dudes are about to ride straight up Mount Albert.
There's like a bike race happening. How exciting!
Whether it's kayaking or ultra marathon running.
We stopped at the headwaters of the Arkansas River. It goes all the way home.
10 different creeks all come together right here in this little valley, and these are the headwaters. And it flows all the way to our house. Mostly.
You can't see it, but there is a point, like, not very far out, like, away from the road, so you can't get anywhere to it. But it's like, it starts, like, there's nothing there.
Yeah. You need a bullet casing?
No?
We had a long night, but it was alright. I took 2 broken blades into a fist fight. She said, give me a reason why I should take it or leave it. Why don't you just give me a reason why I should take it or leave it. Or you can leave me here bleeding. I said, alright, we like to rip it up and take flight. And I can meet you on the website, and we can stay together all night, all night.
We have decided it's a little too late to go sand surfing. And we're gonna camp for the night and we'll get up in the morning and do that.
We headed up Lake Como. I saw this place. I saw the rigs all up the mountain when we were here for Gutted, and I was like, that looks cool. But we had a campsite at Gutted. Check it out.
Take it or leave it. Why don't
Lake Como Road.
Why I should take it or leave it, or you would never believe it. I said, alright, we like to rip it up and take flight, and I can meet you on the website.
Go on, Mom.
What?
Yep.
You don't know how deep this is?
It's a road. There might be more spots.
So that's an op. Alright, road's getting real bumpy. And we just got to a spot, so we're gonna take it. Casey's really awesome at just eyeballing the leveling and deciding how many blocks we need, and then it's always
Usually get it on the first try.
pretty much perfect.
Haven't even finished the first episode yet.
Oh, I know you guys probably can't tell how level that is, especially on a camera that has built-in horizon leveling, but it's pretty level. Happy with it. We spent that evening setting up camp and watching the weather on Mount Blanca, but as the sun started to set and campsite minutia gave way to arguments and grumpy attitudes, we realized it was time to let this adventure come to an end. So we drove down the mountain and headed 2 hours east in the dark just to make some headway, and woke up to discover we were in the plains 11 hours from home. By the next night, we were sleeping in our beds on Wilder Mountain in the Ozarks.
One of the huge things about this trip that we didn't talk about very much in the vlogs was that we were testing our ability to travel long term in the van, and specifically comparing it to our RV travel experiences. We feel confident that we could go endlessly in our RV and wanted to see if the van gave us the same confidence. After over a month in the van, we feel like it does support us as well as the RV and has some major benefits that outweigh some of the RV's shortcomings. For example, we can get into urban areas more comfortably in the van, and we're really excited about the fact that we can also get deeper into the wilderness in the van. And the fact that we were able to all live in it comfortably for this long made us realize that this downsize was the right move for our family.
It's amazing to think that in 6 months we took this metal box and created a home out of it. And it's incredible the things we were able to see on this trip that in any of our other modes of travel would have just been something we drove by or we saw at a map and said that would be neat. And this time we were able to stop and be there and experience it. And even though it wasn't our longest adventure, it was our most impactful one. And we're excited to do more and take you along with us. So stick around as we transition back to home base and work on more projects and upgrades and get ready for our next adventure. Thanks for watching this series. Be sure to subscribe if you like it and you'd like to see more. And thank you all for your support that helps us do this.